Welcome back, everyone, to Bowlero, Cranston, Rhode Island for NEBA number 971. This is the round of 16. Once again, Brian Gaskell here with my partner in crime, Bruce Hall.
Hey, Gas.
And we are proud to be joined in the booth this round by the sponsor of this event, Greg Fluman from GrogMonster Sports.
Thank you.
How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good.
Appreciate your sponsorship, of course. You're a new sponsor this year?
Yes, we're a new sponsor, and we hope to do this every year.
Great.
So hope to put some money in next year, too.
Before we get into the matches, why don't you tell people how they can interact with you, subscribe, how does your service work?
Well, basically, it's a handicapping site, sports handicapping. Just put it together and started it last year, football season. I figured it would take me probably a year to get some numbers in place where it would be a successful site. It's new to me. The mathematics I use is a little different for the pick system that everybody uses, which is, coming along pretty good. Got some pretty good percentages. And you can get it at grogmonstersports.com. Yes.
Okay.
Now, are you up and running yet, Greg, or is this still a work in process? Like, what's going on with this?
It's up and running.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Yes.
So I thought you mentioned earlier you're still kind of working on it.
Well, we're working on numbers.
Okay.
Basically, if you read the site, it'll show that I've been involved in handicapping sports for about 28 years now.
Oh, good for you.
Still married to the same woman, if you can believe that. And
well, something must be working out then.
Yeah, so, basically the math that I used over time was very different than the pick system that everybody uses today. And I talked to a lot of people in the handicapping world, and they told me it would take me a year and a half to get the numbers right. And they're right, so I'm just about there.
And are you still out in the Springfield area?
Yes,
so
I'm Brimfield.
Like me, praying for them to finally legalize sports betting in Massachusetts, which is never going to happen. But
it's everywhere else. I mean, even up to last year, you had to go to Rhode Island, and there was a few places in New Hampshire.
Right, yeah, Seabrook.
And now, starting last football season, you've got quite a bit of opportunity now. You've got 3 places in Connecticut, plus Rhode Island, plus online sports at all 4 of them. So you have a lot of opportunity to line shop and all that kind of stuff.
I've been known to travel across the border of New Hampshire on occasion and turn around and drive home. But
I think a lot of people do
because just for the uninitiated, when you bet online, they know where you are, right?
Yeah,
where you're doing it from.
Your location services on your phone knows you're in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So I could basically drive to Salem, go in the parking lot of the Rockingham Mall, make my bets on Sunday at noon,
right,
and drive home and watch the games.
Now, are you, when you think about like DraftKings, are you a competitor to that? Are you in co-opetition? Because you offer odds and you offer numbers for those types of things to place your bet on something like a DraftKings.
Well, we don't take bets. I've never taken a bet.
Okay, so you're okay.
So what I do is we handicap all the games and we put picks out there.
Okay, thank
they
you.
place their bets with DraftKings.
Yeah, again, you're talking to the uninitiated on this whole world. So
there's quite a bit now. You have DraftKings and FanDuel. You also have
FanDuel was the other one.
You have Sugar House, which is in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yes, and they have all the lottery there, plus the casinos if you want to take a ride.
Yep.
And then Rhode Island, you've got Twin River.
Yeah.
With the sports book there, and they also offer an online service.
Yeah, that's
right. So he's right about Massachusetts is kind of like the last man standing when it comes to getting that done.
Well, I'll also say that you and my son have something I don't have, which is a Semba title.
Oh yeah, that was very fortunate.
You guys,
you know what else this guy has?
I was injured, and so Greg came in and stepped in. I think it was at Bradley. No, it was somewhere. Where was it? I forgot, but
East Haven, Silver.
Yeah, Silver. That's right. Yeah.
I apologize.
You came in and won.
I should have looked this up. But we kind of grabbed Greg at the last minute. Former Player of the Year here, at least once.
No kidding.
If not twice.
Yeah, I was close.
You're Hall of Famer.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
I'm very honored for that.
Yeah.
I was almost twice.
How many titles?
4. Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
But four major, like, real titles.
Yes.
Back in the day, right? That was enough to get you in.
Yeah, the first one was with Steve Dale, doubles title in Riverdale. Remember that place?
Very well.
I won my first title in Riverdale.
I hate hated Riverdale as a lefty.
It was fallback
Sorry.
fifth arrow.
Oh yeah, the place is crazy.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's check the matches right in front of us real quick, and then Greg, we'll get back into this discussion if we get a little break in the action. But on 13 and 14, you have Hall and Zimmerman, Andrew Hall and Adam Zimmerman against Brian Bourget and Tommy Kumlin.
Hall and Zimmerman high qualifier.
Hall and Zimmerman high qualifier, and let's see, they both have a double up. Kumlin has spare, and Bourget has a double, so that's about a 20-pin lead, right? No, 13-pin lead.
No, just it's 13 right
13
now. Yep,
pins.
yep.
And to the right
And a
on
beautiful
15
shot
and
by
16, Charlie Bonus, and I forgot his partner's name already again. Was it? My God, I should write this down.
Tisk.
Boggles. They were the 14 seed on your sheet.
That is.
That's
Oops, wrong one. Sorry,
sorry, guys.
wrong one. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Good
Don't worry.
problem to have when so many people
certainly is,
come,
isn't it?
that we don't see all the time and make the cut. Always good to have new blood. But unfortunately, I don't know everybody's first names. So.
Really good turnout today.
First squad was really good, and then the second squad, I think a lot of people got scared by the ball reaction in the morning, and the reentries were a little down from the normal.
It's Charlie
Zach
Bonus
Bocals.
and Zach Bocals.
Zach Bocals, there
Yeah,
we go.
that's who it is. So. Sorry, guys.
I'm writing it down now, so I don't do it again.
Well,
So, in
let's
case-
have the correct roll call in front of us
Well,
instead of yesterday.
yesterday's?
That would help.
That would
yes.
help, yeah.
That would mean something. So here's Bourget trying to get his team caught up here.
And they are bowling the team of Eric Copping,
Can't do it. Copping with Nate Clark.
Nate Clark.
Yeah, Nate.
I was going to say Jimmy Clark because I know he was here today, but I knew it wasn't him. So
So I'm the one who's bad with names. You're not allowed to be bad with names. I'm sorry.
Well,
I called Jay Johnson, Jay Davis a bunch, the left-handed regional player from Pennsylvania, because he's a friend of mine. And poor Jay, he's won 3 times this year. Can't even get his name right. So
no, Jay Johnson won 3 times. Can't
Jay
get his name
Johnson,
right.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
I said Bourget.
no, I said Jay Johnson. Jay Johnson. I called Jay Davis. That's what I was saying. Anyway, who else we got?
Got it.
So that's our feature pair.
Yeah, and you know what?
There's a bunch of other matches.
While we were running
going
around
on.
trying to grab Greg, I never updated the bracket, so we're going to have to do this on the fly. On 17 and 18, Nate Purchase and Fortier
Yep.
are bowling the team of Hartbarger and Webb.
And they were the number 6 seed, Nate and Michael. And they were second on the squad this morning. And through all the at-large and all the higher scores this afternoon, they ended up being the number 6 seed.
All right, and then all the way to the left off camera where you can't see, but we're going to give you the matchups anyways. Martinez and Fazone are bowling the team of Hagemoser and Hagemoser,
Yep.
also known as the law firm of Hagemoser.
When they came on, they were and Hagemoser.
Yes.
You need 3 Hagemosers for a law firm. I think they were the second qualifier this morning, right, or this afternoon.
They were the 4th seed.
Yeah.
They were the 3rd seed from
Third.
third.
Yep, third from
qualifier for the
today. Yep.
afternoon.
Yep.
Okay. On 5 and 6, Jamie Silva Jr. and Zach Gentile against the team of Rob Green Jr. and Malik Grove. On 7 and 8, Roca and Gardabon
Yep, that's right.
are bowling Tommy Tikaz and Chris Viali
That would be Josh Roca.
and Rob Gardabon
Yep.
against Tommy Tikaz and Chris Viali.
Yep.
9 and 10, the team of Perone and Tom Coco Jr. against Carden and Veal.
Yep.
On 11 and 12, Sarah Gill and Corey Umbrello
Got seeded. I think they were
Against-
the last seed.
against who?
Maria Bolanova.
Pulanova and Hunter.
Yep.
Hunter Kempton.
They won their match even though they missed the seed by 1 pin.
On 13 and 14, We did. That's
11,
the match
so-
right in front of us.
So this match right here in front of us, the Cumberland match here, is within about a pin. Since Hall had 2 opens, and but Adam Zimmerman's still perfect.
So thanks again, everybody, for joining in on a lovely 90-degree Sunday.
Did you bowl, Greg? Did you bowl today?
No, I hope to be back throwing balls by August.
Oh, what's going on?
I had a big knee fall apart problem.
Oh, wow.
Typically because of my age.
Wow.
And
welcome to the club.
Hey, you're in the right place with us.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
So
we're
then
the walking wounded right
I ended
here.
up out, in the hospital for a while with COVID, and that kind of like put a stem on things for a while.
Glad you're back.
But,
and there's a 4-bagger by Zimmerman. Barely gets the 5 out, even though the ball came screaming back.
I can certainly empathize with that. I was in the hospital myself for
Really?
12 days about a year ago.
Yeah.
Both of you with COVID?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Not fun.
Was it not a ventilator situation, or you guys were just sick?
No, they do it differently now. They just make you lay flat
I was
down.
on high flow oxygen, but
me
never
too.
ventilator. Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
Sheesh. Wow, what a story you guys have.
Yeah, it was only about 5 weeks before I won last year with Brian.
Wow.
It was like I was knocked out. And
Got you refocused.
Well, first of all, not that I want to get into me, but I got out of the hospital 6 days later, the last night of Malden, before they went to strings. I shot 800, 6 days out of the hospital.
Wow.
And I made a joke that night while we were bowling. I'm like, I don't know what was in those steroids they were giving me in the hospital, but it must have been the same stuff that Barry Bonds was using.
Maybe, yeah, there you go.
I went from a hospital bed to 800 6 days later.
Yeah, I did notice
and then
a lot
NEBA
more.
about 4 weeks later.
I did notice a lot more hair on your back. So I was going to say something. But
They were giving me something good. I don't know that.
I guess so. Geesh.
I don't know. I know I couldn't shoot 800 when I left the hospital.
God bless them. God bless the.
Do either one of you have any symptoms now?
No.
You're pretty much
No.
through it?
No.
That's
No,
great.
I
I haven't felt the
great to
things
hear.
since the day I walked out of the hospital.
I just couldn't wait to get back to my wife's cooking, to be honest with you.
Hospital food wasn't doing it for you, huh?
No, it wasn't doing it for me.
And there is Brian Bourget using a patented backup ball
backup
to
ball.
clear a 3-6-10, and he makes it.
Or is he versatile?
Meanwhile,
Huh?
yes,
He
he
used to
sure
bowl
is.
that way
And-
all the time.
Yes,
I
he did.
remember
He
that,
used to,
yeah.
His college
he
coach
did.
just got him out of it.
Right.
Because they bowl on tougher patterns in
Well,
college.
I talked to him about it. I said, if you're going to bowl house stuff, stay there. But
Right.
if you're going to really make a serious career out of your bowling, get the hell off the left side. Don't be silly.
Right. So his
know,
college
work-
coach told
work
him,
the
like,
breakdown.
you can't
Yeah.
bowl. You're going to be by yourself, and you got to bowl righty like the rest of us because that's how it works. You shape the lanes and whatever. But
Kumlin makes a nice attempt at the washout, can't convert. And now that's going to put his team down by the 25 that Zimmerman is up on his man, Bourget. Let's look at this Copping match right here. Eric Copping. By the way, Eric Copping gets the big asterisk because he won the very first TechVision live stream we ever did,
in Keene.
and that was in Keene. And all back in the pocket. Good shot there. Give Zimmerman some help here.
The first TechVision broadcast, which was also known as Bruce standing with an iPhone and
And
earbuds
headphones.
talking into his
Yeah,
earbuds.
they were wired. They weren't earbud. They were.
Oh, they weren't?
We didn't. We had not had wireless technology at that point. But
Well, they were earbuds. They just weren't
ear-
wireless
yes,
earbuds.
yes, that's right.
You were talking into the little microphone on the
That's right.
earpiece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and barely worked. And then a
Well-
couple of other times we had some fits and starts. I remember I had some brilliant commentary with Tony Renaud one time, and none of it made it on the live stream. It all was just, in silence. All you heard was pins
Oh,
because we couldn't
Well,
figure out the audio.
At least you didn't miss the
it's
10th
just-
frame of a title match like I did.
Well, no, the Mevo missed it. You did not miss it. You were there.
I was,
You did your job.
well,
The Mevo didn't do
that's
his.
debatable.
Well, okay, whatever. No, that was not your fault, my friend. And by the way, I patched in just a little scene there that said, "Hey," and Aaron needed a strike and
For
got
those of you
it.
that don't know, about 2 months ago, we had one of the greatest title matches of all time. Two non-winners trying to win their first title.
And it goes to a roll-off,
Goes to a roll-off, extended time, and
and the roll-off
long
is
story
going down
short,
to the last shot.
the battery died on the Mevo
Battery died,
in the
yeah,
middle of the
so-
10th frame,
Yeah.
and we lost the
oh man.
second shot in the 10th that Aaron struck to win his first title.
And what I said is, of all the of all the gifts the Mevo has given us, it appears it had one more to give. And there's a beautiful cover of the super washout by Maria
Man, she
Bolanova.
throws it good.
Backing into a right. She hit it very hard.
I've never seen her bowl till today.
Oh, she's
and I was
amazing. And Maria, of course, is our social media coordinator for NEBA. So when you see those nice posts, the Fun Friday and the Appreciation Wednesday and all that good stuff, that would be Maria's work. Good shot
Much
there by
appreciated.
Kuhnlin. And how are they doing? This is the Umbrello Gill combination. By the way, heading off to New Orleans in a couple of weeks. And we miss them very much. And
Yeah,
Corey
they were just
got
talking about that.
Corey got that one way out to the edge. Yeah, she's going to be the assistant coach at Tulane. And there's Hall. Smashes another one.
Nice.
Big shot there with the purple. And here's Hunter Kempton, front 4, 9 spare. And his opponent, 3, got the front 3, so he's giving his partner 10. But the partner has 2 opens, so a very solid lead for the team of Hunter Kempton and Maria Bolanova. That's Sarah. That's actually Corey Umbrella with the 2 opens, and Sarah has the front 3 spare strike. So hard to root for a winner in that match. And there's a good shot by Bourget. Those guys are both in the pocket. So a growing lead here for the Hall Zimmerman team, thanks to Adams' front 5. Here's Nate Clark, who I'd have to say has one of the best left-handed looks in the building. Just ripping it up the track. And front 4, spare next 2, giving his team a commanding lead in that match.
Yeah, he's really direct.
Well, to your point that you were talking about, you couldn't do that this morning, our theme from the last round.
Right.
I bowled next to him this morning on the fresh, and he shot air.
Yeah, nothing. Because what he's doing now would have snapped so hard, and then he would have moved to it, and then he would have been a washout. So there's nothing. So as soon as we talk about the front 5 for Zimmerman, he goes 2-4-10. So let's see how we're doing on this match. Where Sarah Gill gets that a little left and up through the beak, just to your left. And here's the team of Nate Purchase up on our right and Mike Fortier. Nate tried to get me into the finals yesterday, but I was too much of a boat anchor for him. And they bowled a very nice second. Oh, and then Adam Zimmerman picks up the 2-4-10. Beautiful cover. And Nate and Michael bowled very well this morning. They were the second on the squad this morning and barely hung on to get the bye because all the at-large numbers came from the afternoon squad once they opened up. So what did you have on your knee? Replacement or what happened?
Same thing as happened last time. Way back when you spoke about, I had a good year and I ended up bowler of the year. I really ruined my knee doing it.
Is that right?
So, John Van Hees was...
A small price to pay.
John Van Hees always had helped me, and he helped me win that year. He drilled a lot of stuff for me and really lined me up with a lot of stuff. And then when I started to complain to him about my knee was so bad, I don't know what to do, he just straightened me out. He said, well, go get it fixed.
Well, it's too logical.
He was right.
Yeah.
So it was a 9-month deal, what they had to do. And that's why I didn't bowl for a couple of years.
Not a replacement, though. Was it just reconstruction?
I had a situation where I dug out a lot of the cartilage where I was bone to bone.
I see.
Very, very painful.
Yep. Well,
and
my wife is in the same situation.
They did a new situation, a new kind of surgery where they drill holes in your bone down to the marrow.
Wow.
And the marrow leaks through the hose and fills up the area that's gone.
No kidding.
It's a 9-month procedure, but I got to admit it worked. I came back, I won a couple of titles, and I got to say it worked, but now my age is catching up with me and time to work on it again.
Well, there you go. So my wife has bone on one of her knees, and they're talking about injecting a gel.
I'm thinking of doing that. I talked to because I want to come back and bowl, and John Kirker, has talked to me a little bit about it, and he said that he's been doing that, and he swears by it. He says it's working for him.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of trust in John, so that's the direction I'm going.
Yeah.
You got to have your knee. You can't get under the ball without your knee.
I've heard that. I think it's overrated. I don't like to have a deep knee bend, but People who beat me do, so it seems to work. So I have to work on that. So
Not that many people beat you. Come on.
here's Boomlin with it, covers the super washout.
Wow, that was
Meanwhile,
pretty good.
Hall misses the 10-pin.
Yeah, what a reversal that
And
was.
so that was a huge reversal, but those two are tied basically. So now we have Zimmerman with a 34-pin lead over Brian Bourget. So that is the lead in the match. And Bourget, however, on a strike can get it down to 24. And over here, it looks like
Hunter's got it going on.
he sure does. And it looks like the team of Bonus and Bokrowitz are in trouble. They are getting run over by the Copping and Clark team. And I think that match might essentially be over at this point. Meanwhile, as you say, Hunter Kempton carrying his team to the victory over the Umbrella and Gill team. Any other matches of note you want to cover? There's Bowler of the Year Randy Hagamoser way down on 5 and 6. Can't tell what's going on in that match. Here's a 5-pin by Adam Zimmerman. Hands up for drinks.
Looks like TCAS and Viali are in a heap of trouble over there.
Is that right?
It looks like TCAS got four red circles in a row, which is never a good sign.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And Viali threw a gutter ball on a triple.
You're absolutely right. And then he got 9. So he turned what was a triple 20 over into 195 5 under in one frame. And you're right. TCAS made 2 out of those 3
Oh, he
splits,
did.
though.
See,
Yes, he
that's
did.
far
See
down.
that?
I can only see the red circles.
See, this is why we have the official
Yeah,
TechVision
but see,
binoculars,
that's
my friend.
your department,
why we
because I
do
already
this.
have glasses on. You can't look through binoculars when you already have glasses on.
That's not
That's a
true. Yes, you
Doesn't work.
can.
What a difference the pairs make. I mean, they really were
Right.
locked in down over here.
I
And
know,
then,
right?
And what they move? 8 pairs or 6, 7 or 8 pairs, and,
Yeah.
and now it's a whole different world.
And if you don't think that's enough, try going side to side. Go
Oh,
to the
yeah.
other side of the building, right? See
Yeah.
how that goes.
Yeah, Cranston's always been like that.
Yeah. Now Bourget unable to double here, so it'll remain a 30-something pin lead for the Hall and Zimmerman crew. And there's Corey Umbrello sparing, but spares are not going to be enough against the juggernaut that is Hunter Kempton right now. And unfortunately, Bourget coming in a little light for the 2-8. Andrew came over after he missed his second spare and says you're just slipping on the approaches.
I'll
These
tell you,
approaches were like ice.
when we came in
slippery?
yesterday morning, they
Yeah.
were slippery. I changed my pad on my shoe from an 8 to a 6, and I never had a problem after that.
Yeah, that's what's
But
needed.
other people did.
Yeah,
Other people did. I was
sure
lucky.
did.
I don't have that excuse for my bowling today.
No, well, you can use it.
Wasn't-
I mean,
no,
you know,
no,
It's
no.
not legitimate,
No,
but you can go ahead.
wasn't
and
my
use
footing.
It if you want, so.
Somewhere there was a disconnect between my brain and my right hand somewhere.
We all get that once in a while.
I need to be rewired.
And
Let me say
Captain
quick before we
misses
get to the end of these matches, our next tournament on July 16th and 17th is at Callahan's Bowlerama in Newington, Connecticut. That is a regular singles tournament on a recreational pattern
4,500 added
to be
by
named
the
later.
Callahan's,
We don't know
yep.
what it is exactly yet, but it
Yeah.
will be some type of recreational pattern.
Well, based on the Shimwrecker yesterday not being too easy, I'm going to work as hard as I can to make that easy. So we'll see what we can do.
Shimwrecker, huh?
That's
Shimwrecker,
what
yeah.
well, it was not, they didn't lie.
It wasn't that great a shim to begin with, so it was pretty easy to wreck. Actually,
That's a
as it
good
turned
term.
out,
I
so-
like it.
I know that was the name of it. So
So in that
and it
in
looks
that
exactly
tournament,
like that. That's how it's laid out.
Okay.
in that
I
tournament,
can't show the audience the finger gesture I just made.
at Callahan's Bowlerama, that tournament has $4,500 in added money from the Callahan family,
Yeah, you got
Lisa Callahan, and from the general sponsor fund.
It's fantastic.
And after that, gas, I think we're off to Keene,
Keene, New
right?
Hampshire,
Here we go.
for a doubles and a singles event. Also,
Golf and poker.
golf and poker on Friday.
Come on, baby. Great shot there by Zimmerman. Looking strong.
And then we have the extravaganza weekend, August 20 and 21st, which is at Hall of Fame Silver Lanes. There will be a senior tournament and a women's tournament run in conjunction together, right?
Then the Masters the next
And
day.
then the Masters
yeah,
the next day.
with Renaud and Bloomfield Electric and
Tony and Suzanne Renaud, Bloomfield
Tony and
Electric,
Susie, yep.
GMS Decorative
GMS
Concrete, Clay
By
Schwartz.
the way,
Also,
GMS Concrete, thanks so much for the $1,200 they added to
$1,200
this
towards
event
today's
today.
tournament as well.
Thank you,
In
Clay.
addition to Greg's sponsorship.
Yep.
Then we have in September the Vincent Hall Memorial for your dad, Bruce. Bruce.
That's right.
TechVision and Bruce adding $6,000 to that event. It's
That's right.
over-under doubles with no champion restrictions.
Correct.
Like all our normal doubles tournaments, if you don't watch all the time, is a champion, one champion per team limit, unless you're the defending champion from last year. The defending champion from last year is always allowed to try and repeat. But other than that, all these teams are either non-champions or someone that hasn't won in 5 or 10 years, depending on their age. There's categories, right? Or is it 5 for everybody now?
No, it's 10 for the regular
10 for
doubles,
regular guys
and for under, but for the over, we went to 5.
If you haven't won in 5 or 10 years, if you're 5 if you're under 50, 10 if you're no, the other way around. 10 if you're under 50.
We wanted to make the over-under easier to populate.
So
because a lot of times people would be over and looking for an under guy, or vice versa. They couldn't find anybody.
So your title still counts, but you're considered a non-champion for the qualification of this tournament only.
Right.
So
and by the way, that's only NEBA titles. If you have PBA titles or you're national titleists like Parker Bone and such, and you weren't already grandfathered in as a NEBA member, those restrictions do still apply.
Right.
But it's really about NEBA titleists.
So yeah, in Bruce's tournament in Auburn, anyone can bowl with anybody, free for all.
Yeah, there's going to be some pretty scary teams that show up there, I'd imagine. Can you imagine a Webb, Alex Aguiar team, which is entirely legal?
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Should be fun. Yeah, well, it should be fun.
Those guys are bowling nationals in a couple of days. I'm interested to.
Yeah, it should be.
They're bowling with.
You hear that, team?
Yeah, it's Forey, Webb, Alex, Ron Nelson from Chicago.
Yeah, I know Ron.
And some guy called Chris Prather, I believe.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. That's pretty.
That's a scary Buddy's Pro Shop team right there.
It's funny.
I mean,
I'm
we're
going to go on a
patch.
5-second tangent here. I was watching the Beef and Barnsey show on YouTube about a week ago, and Stu Williams was complaining about the Nationals restrictions with the Team USA and college and blah, blah, blah. So Stu Williams literally said on his podcast, I can't bowl with my wife at the Nationals, but Alex Aguiar can bowl with Belmonte. And he came up with that name out of the whole country. He could have mentioned any name he wanted, and he came up with Alex.
That's funny.
He said, Alex can bowl with Belmonte, and I can't bowl with my wife.
Alex is tough, boy. He's tough.
But that just goes to show you the rep he
he's
has.
left himself. And there's Hall converting the baby split to fend off what could be a run in the 10th with Bourget.
All right, let's get back to these scores. We're in the 9th and 10th frame here.
91, 221. The Bourget team can go about plus 12. Meanwhile, Andrew at 183, let's call it. And you have Zimmerman cruising to 236. So comfortable lead by the Zimmerman Hall team, still about in the 30-pin range. Over in the comping match, we have Charlie Bonus, unfortunately 170, they're done. The team of Copping and Nate Clark will move on in that match in our two feature pairs. Did Hunter, they're going to close that out? Hunter and Maria?
Oh, yeah. They're good.
Looking good. Okay.
They're good.
And there's a routine 8-pin for Zimmerman to convert. Anything else? What's going on with Webb? We have Webb up here. And the Nate Purchase team, what happened here? Nate, and then went 190, 170, and Webb went 2-0, and that's going to be over. Webb's going to move on in that match.
I'm going to do something smart. I'm going to update the bracket this time.
Good call.
How's that?
So you can pencil in Webb and Jeremy Hartbarger. They're winners. You can pencil in Copping and Nate Clark. They're winners. You can pencil in Hunter Kempton and Maria Bolanova. They're winners. And let's see what's going on with our friends Tommy. So Tommy Tikaz, let's see, we have Oh, a little interesting turn of events here in the TCAS match. And there's a good strike by Andrew in the 10th, looking like those guys. Can we pencil this in yet, or no?
Well, we can always pencil it in because we can erase that.
Yeah, there's no erasers here. There are those little pencils. So I'm trying to see what's going on in this match.
They tightened that match up?
They did. Yeah, they did.
You never know in this game.
Looks like Perone and Coco are going to advance on 9 and 10, I believe.
Okay. There's Tommy. He eked out the spare. So Tommy, Tika is going to shoot 152. Now here's Roca, who's up here with 160 in the 8th.
A lot of splits on both sides.
But down below, they're both in the 140s in the 8th. So Roca through the beak with a nasty 2, 4, 5, 7. And let's see if he can convert this. Again, we're following the Chris Forey match right now. And there's a nice strike by Tommy. TCAS to come in at 151, actually ring 10 for Tommy. 151 now. Forey can double for 191, which will put them 49 and 9, 58 under. And let's see if Roca can convert this. Very difficult too, especially in this pattern. He does not.
Wow.
And Roca is going to go 169. That'll give them 31 under, so 18 pin advantage. We'll give 18 pins down below, put you at 166, 82.0. So unfortunately, I think they definitely a mark will do it. Excuse me, the Viali match we're following, not Forey. Here's Viali, who basically must double for any chance.
Wow,
And
that's high.
goes through the beak for I think he broke up the big split, but unfortunately,
it looks like a 4-7-10.
Yeah, the most Viali can shoot now is, that is a split, 160 something. That, I'm afraid El Presidente is going to be out this round. So, what other matches? The Fazone match.
3 and 4, Hagemoser and Hagemoser against Martinez and Fazone.
Let's see if we can get any sense of that one. That's long-range bombing right there, my friend.
That's way out of my range. They're actually already done, so I don't know.
The match just finished. But even I, with the magic binoculars, cannot tell who shot what.
Well, even if you did, you couldn't tell who was who anymore anyways.
Well, there's that. So we'll see.
We got no arrows to follow.
What pair are they going to? We'll see who shows up.
That's true.
So, actually, after this match, Brian, I think
we're going to have to move the camera,
Nebo.
yes.
Yeah, we're going to have to move it down to 9, 10, 11, and 12 will be our feature pair coming up.
Right, these pairs in front of us are going to be out of play in the next round.
That's right.
We'll be down on 5 through 12, and then come back to these two pairs for the final 4, and then the title match will be on 17, 18, so we'll have to move it again for the title match.
Yeah, so we'll move it actually each time now.
Yeah.
Each round going forward here. So anyway, I think we're wrapped up.
Yep, we're gonna sign off. We'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll update the bracket. We'll give you the round of 8 matches. Greg, you gonna hang around, or you gonna?
Oh, I'm here watching, so
You're welcome.
Gonna stick around. You're welcome to
join.
stay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with the 3 of us in the next round. Appreciate everybody. We'll be back soon. Thank you.